The formulas in organic chemistry. The presentation is brought to you by Kenneth Duong and Lisa Nguyen. This presentation is going to explain how to do 5 types of formulas. First one is molecular formula. Second is structural formula. Third is condensed structural formula. Fourth is condensed formula. And the fifth one is line formula. The basic of organic chemistry is the bonds between carbon bonds. Carbon bonds can have a total of 4 bonds. Carbon bonds can form double and triple bonds by sharing more than 2 electrons with a neighboring atom. To start off, we are going to show you a hydrocarbon molecules. In this video, the green grapes will represent carbons and the red grapes will represent hydrogens. The equation for a carbon-hydrogen chain is C equals 2H plus 2. Let's go ahead and try 6 carbons.
So first off is we have 6 carbons, and if we plug it into the equations, we would have 6 is equal to 2H plus 2. And if you solve this, you should be able to get a total of 14 hydrogens. So already right there you would find the equation for the molecular formula, which is C6 and H14. Okay, so right here we have a total of 6 carbons, which is the green grapes, and then we have a total of 14 hydrogens. A carbon can have a total of 4 bonds. It's right there. And then for every hydrogen you can only have a total of 1 bond. So as you see at the very top, there's your 1 bond. Okay. Now for every carbon, you would have to chain them together, and you would have yourself a carbon bond. Okay. So after you guys have your chain together, you guys would add each hydrogen to the carbon, making sure that it would each would have a total of 4 bonds. Go ahead. So right there we connected all of our chains together. Alright, now we have to double check to make sure that each carbon has a total of 4 bonds. So there you would have 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next one you would have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so forth. Okay, so as you guys can see that there is a total of 4 bonds on each carbon. So ending that, this would be your structural formula. Okay, and now it's time to build a condensed structural formula. With this, you would unlink each carbon and write out what it is. So as you can see, Lisa is unlinking our carbon chain. Okay, so first off is what we would have is we would have the C within H3, and then the second one you would have a CH2, you would have another CH2, a CH2, another CH2, and a CH3. So when you guys write this out together, you guys would have a CH3, CH2, 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 and a CH3. And that would be your condensed structural formula. So after you guys get the condensed structural formula, the next step would be getting your condensed formula. You would first have to find your products and combine all the like products to making sure that it gets condensed. So you would have a CH3, you would have in parentheses a CH2, end parentheses times it by 4, and then your end product will be a CH3, and that is how you would show your condensed formula. Last but not least is the line formula. For this step we are to write lines representing the chain. So as you can see, we have these carbon chains linked together. We're trying to make it simple so we don't bond any of the hydrogens together or any of the carbons. So after we show you guys making the carbon bond, now as you can see we have the line formula. So let's go ahead and make it easier and remove the carbons, and we will show you what it looks like. As you can see, these lines are very similar and identical. The only thing that we didn't include is the carbons or the hydrogens. This will conclude your line formula.
And there it is. So ending this, you know what a molecular formula, you know how to build a structural formula, a condensed structural formula, condensed formulas, and line formulas. And this is the basic of organic chemistry with carbon bonds.